When I saw her reservation name appear on the restaurant's online booking list, my hands went cold. Table for two, under Emily Larson. My wife's name. She told me she was having a girls' night. A casual dinner with her old college friends. I even helped her zip up her dress before she left. White elegant. A little too perfect for just the girls. I remember joking. "You sure you're not meeting someone special?" She laughed, kissed my cheek and said, "You're the only special someone I'll ever have." I believed her. God help me, I believed every word. That night I couldn't shake the unease gnawing at my chest. Something about her perfume lingered too strongly, too intentionally. I opened the restaurant's website on my phone out of pure instinct. It was a place we used to go for anniversaries, a romantic spot, not the kind for a group of women catching up over cocktails. When I saw the reservation, I stared at the screen for a long time, my heart thudding like it was trying to warn me. I called the restaurant. My voice trembled as I said, "Hey, this might sound strange, but could you confirm something for me? The reservation under Emily Larson. Is that for two people or more?" The hostess hesitated. It says table for two, sir." My breath caught. "Thank you," I whispered and hung up. I drove there not because I wanted to catch her, but because I needed to see the truth with my own eyes. The restaurant was dimly lit, soft music playing, laughter echoing from tables around the room. And then I saw her. She was sitting across from a man, not one of her college friends. He was leaning close, smiling that confident smile men wear when they think they've won something. She was touching her hair the way she used to when she flirted with me. It was surreal. Watching her laugh, the same laugh that used to melt me. Watching her raise her glass to his, their eyes locking like no one else existed. My chest tightened so hard I thought I'd collapse right there. I turned around before she could see me. Back in the car, I just sat there, my hands gripping the steering wheel, my heart tearing between love and fury. I thought of all the nights I stayed up waiting for her to come home. All the times she said she was just tired from work. All the excuses that suddenly made too much sense. But what hurt most wasn't the cheating itself. It was realizing how easily she lied. How effortlessly she built a story around deception, dressed it up with affection, and handed it to me like love. I could have stormed in there, yelled, made a scene. But I didn't want that. I wanted something quieter, something that would echo in her mind long after I was gone. So I called my lawyer. It took him only an hour to email me the finalized divorce papers. I printed them at a copy shop nearby, hands shaking so badly I could barely hold the pen to sign. I walked back to the restaurant, folded the papers neatly, and slipped them inside an envelope with her name written on the front. Then I found a waiter and said, "See that woman at table 12? I'm her husband. Could you please deliver this to her with the check?" He looked at me confused. "Sure, sir. Is it something important?" I smiled, though my eyes burned. "You could say that." From outside the glass window, I watched the moment unfold. She was laughing again when the waiter placed the envelope beside her wine glass. She opened it casually, maybe expecting a card or a note. Then her expression froze. I saw her lips part, her eyes flick up, scanning the room. Her date leaned in, whispering something, but she wasn't listening. Her hands trembled. The color drained from her face. I saw her whisper my name once softly like a prayer. That's when I walked away. I didn't go home that night. I drove aimlessly through the city, replaying our life together like a movie I no longer wanted to star in. The first time we met at the bookstore. The way she used to make me coffee just the way I liked it. The promises, the plans, the forever we both swore to. I wasn't angry anymore. Just hollow. When I finally reached home the next morning, her key was still in the door. She must have come back late, maybe after he left, maybe after the waiter delivered the final blow. There was a note on the kitchen counter in her handwriting. "We need to talk. Please don't do this. I can explain." I didn't read the rest. I folded the note, placed my wedding ring on top of it, and left it there. Weeks passed. People talk, neighbors whisper, friends ask questions. I don't give them answers. Because how do you explain that the person you trusted most was the one who taught you what betrayal truly feels like? Sometimes, late at night, I imagine her sitting at that table again, staring at the papers, realizing she'd lost everything in a single moment of deceit. And though part of me still aches, another part feels peace. Because I didn't scream, I didn't fight. I let her betrayal destroy itself. She once told me that love was about trust, that without it everything crumbles. She was right. Only she was the one who struck the match. A month later, my lawyer told me she hadn't contested the divorce. Just a single signature returned by mail. No note, no apology. It was over. I took myself back to that same restaurant one night, alone this time. I sat at a corner table, ordered a drink, and watched the same candlelight flicker across the glasses. For the first time, it didn't hurt. Just was. When the waiter came to take my plate, he smiled politely. "You look familiar. Have you been here before?" I smiled faintly. "Yeah," I said. "Once. The night I stopped loving someone who didn't love me back." He nodded, probably not understanding. But I did. Because that night wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about reclaiming my dignity. About learning that sometimes the quietest goodbyes are the loudest ones. And somewhere, I hope she remembers the look on that waiter's face when he placed that envelope on her table. The moment her lies finally came served. Cold with a side of truth.